my Titans have the #1 pick in the upcoming NFL draft, but why stop there? As instead, we're going to be drafted #1 for the next 10 seasons. And I'm not going to lie, this first #1 overall selection is probably going to be the simplest of them all. I mean, because like, dude, have you seen our roster? It's going to be quarterback, either Shedeur Sanders or Cameron Ward. And according to my lovely scout, Shedeur Sanders around 2 to 3 talent. Cam Ward is the only first-round talent quarterback. Our first #1 overall selection of the day is going to be none other than Cam Ward. I mean, he comes in 36 in true value, got him at #1, so maybe not the best value pick, but at the end of the day, dude, I think he's going to be the most important selection of the next decade. But that is literally all I'm allowed to control, as we have to go ahead and simulate the rest of this draft. So outside of Cam Ward, let's see how the CPU did with the rest of the picks. Hold the freaking phone, dude. We get 76 rated Trey Harris in the second round. We got some big beefy boys in the mid rounds. So even though I only made the Cam Ward pick, this was a pretty solid draft #1. But not only do I get to select just one pick every draft, every other bit of roster building is set to auto, so the Titans front office is going to be in control of everything else. It makes my #1 pick every draft that much more important, because somehow I have to win 2 Super Bowls and 2 MVPs within the next 10 seasons, and if I fail, I have to buy the jersey of this year's #1 overall draft pick and give it away to a random subscriber in the comments. And even with Cam Ward, this team is still garbage, so I'm going to have to make sure I hit on every single first round pick to have any shot at completing today's challenge. Unfortunately, I think it's safe to say you can keep your money away from betting on the Titans to win the Super Bowl this season. Honestly, I'd be shocked if we won any more than like 6 games this season, if that. Yep, what I tell you. Telling you right now, we're not going to be finishing last place in our division for too much longer. Hopefully, anyway. Gotta see where things went wrong. We had the 20th offense in the league. Defense, we were 19th. Wait, why did Will Levis start? No wonder we sucked. Oh, I told you guys the front office had control of everything else other than just the first pick every year, and apparently they went with Will Levis this season. Oh, I gotta do some research. How in the world did that happen? I have absolutely no idea why they made him the starter, and I'm upset about it. Because what should have been Cam Ward's first real year of progression just got completely screwed over. So, like, hopefully it doesn't completely kill his development. Running the ball was weird, too. Tajay got the bulk of the carries. Like, Tony Pollard, although he was the higher rated running back, barely got to touch the football. At least rookie Trey Harris had a big season, led the team in receiving yards, 924 yards, 7 touchdowns. Calvin Ridley, decent season. Traylon Burks, by far the best season of his career. Both our tight ends had good seasons, too, especially Elijah Arroyo, our rookie. At least on defense, Jeff Simmons, big season, 13.5 sacks. Outside of that, really nobody else could get to the quarterback. Yeah, 5 wins, about what I expected. Oh, wow, Eagles get themselves another Super Bowl. Hopefully this will be us soon. At the end of the season, I don't think we've had any dev trade changes. I know Calvin Ridley sucks now. On defense, at least L'Jarius Sneed's now an X factor, so we have 2. But still, man, this team has so much work to go if we want to even make the playoffs, much less compete for a Super Bowl. Yeah, dude, Kevin Zeitler played 1 season in Tennessee, called it quits. Don't blame you. All right, what's most important here is this upcoming draft, and the mock draft had us going with TJ Parker out of Clemson. Like, we could use another defensive end. It looks like this is a very top-heavy defensive line draft class. There's a quarterback thrown in there, but we're definitely going to probably go with a defensive lineman. But now from here, all we get to do is just simulate to the draft. Like, my front office has total control who we re-signed, who we signed in free agency, and the team is so bad. Like, hopefully they signed somebody. Like, they have the money to spend, and I do not like the fact that we ended the offseason with $104 million to spend. Like, what are we doing? Oh my god, we didn't sign a soul. We're one of the worst teams in the NFL, and we didn't sign a singular soul. Spending too much time and effort to sign a farmer off our practice squad. Oh my god, dude, how are we gonna win a freaking Super Bowl? Might as well go ahead and start the draft and like see what the heck to do from there. Pause the timer so I won't stress out. But as mentioned, we're not going Nico. It's gonna be one of these defensive linemen. Like, we don't need D tackle. We already have Devondre Sweat. Peter Woods is great, but it's gonna be one of these defensive ends probably. We have Ruben Bain, one of Cameron Ward's ex-teammates from Miami. Have TJ Parker out of Clemson, so it's probably gonna be one of those. Ruben Bain looks like quite the beast, dude. One of the fastest DNs, one of the strongest. He's also a scheme fit. While we do it, Ruben Bain is going to be the #1 overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft to connect back up with Cam Ward, and he's going to come in as the 4th best player. We got him at #1. Comes in with hidden depth trait. I'm not going to lie, dude. I'm actually happy with this. Don't know what his overall is. We'll have to see at the end of the draft. But for now, dude, all I do is skip ahead, and hopefully the front office gets some decent decent picks in the middle rounds. Because by God, we know this team needs it. Here we go, dude. Moment of freaking truth. Okay. That is so much better than what I expected. I mean, Ruben Baines, 78 rated. 100% take that. The CPU went out and got a 77 rated free safety out of Purdue in the second round. Oh my God. Like, I'm almost more excited about this pick than our first rounder. I think it's safe to say we got our free safety of the future here. Not to mention a solid running back and some more decent beefy picks in the middle rounds. I mean, Ruben Baines slides right in there in the left end. So, like, him and Jeff Simmons, I think it make for a pretty deadly pass rush duo. And the second round picks are starting free safeties. So, like, this defense definitely has some holes, but I mean, it's some nice youngsters. And hopefully the squad actually starts Cam Ward this season, because we have got to have him develop to have any chance at winning the Super Bowl. So here in season 2, I'm just expecting to see a little bit improvement, like maybe go from 5 to 7 wins, and hopefully eventually maybe year 3 we can get to competing for a Super Bowl. Hopefully. But if we can just win more than 5 games this season, I'll be happy. Okay, there you go. 5 to 7 wins. We take it. We didn't come last in division. Okay, so we got off to a pretty garbage start, and then, you know, we were kind of garbage the whole season. Please tell me Cam Ward developed a little bit. Okay, we had a top 10 offense this season. We take that gladly compared to last year. Defensively, we're still kind of mid. The Cam Ward, he kind of was like a little Will Levis with his 20 interceptions, but we can work with this. Just got to limit the turnovers. Most importantly, what's his overall up to? He's up to an 84. We definitely can work with that. I'm hoping he can progress into something pretty freaking solid, dude, because, like, at the end of the day, we need him to turn into a superstar. Now, we're going to have to re-sign him in a few years, but again, I don't have a say in that. It's always come down to the front office. Imagine we develop him into a superstar and they just don't re-sign him. Again, dude, we just can't run the ball. Tony Pollard was the starter this year. Tajay barely got any carries. And through the air, Chig with a big season. Trey Harris with a big season. Elijah Aurora with a big season. Like, why is, like, 2 of our 3 top receivers freaking tight ends? Calvin Ridley, although he's washed, still put up a decent year, too. Most importantly, our young defensive end came in with 11 sacks. Actually led the team. So we take that. He is up to an 85 overall superstar, all freaking ready. Already high overall than Cam Ward. Oh my gosh, dude. I think we made the right pick with Ruben. I'm assuming he went out and possibly won Rookie of the Year defensively. Oh, he got robbed, dude, by Mateo. We can work with this, though. We can work with this. So I think a respectable season. We've seen some progression everywhere. Elijah Aurora is now the #1 tight end for the squad, so we got some youngsters. I didn't even think about him and Cam Ward being teammates in college, too. So Cam Ward is bringing the entire Miami squad here. We just need our front office to help us out in free agency, and I feel like we can compete maybe even next year. Like, we got some studs on defense, some youngsters on offense. I think we're gonna be okay. And this year's mock draft has us going with another defensive end in Dylan Stewart. I don't know if I want to go with back-to-back DNs. We have Jeff Simmons. We have Ruben from last year. I might look to go with something else. Okay, Jeremiah Smith is available, and it says he's a top 5 talent. And so is Ryan Williams. Do I go wide receiver? You do, because wideout is diabolical for us season. I probably need to take one of those 2 youngsters. But first, let's see if this offseason the front office spends some of this $100 million they just have sitting there. First, though, completely forgot to check. We had Elijah Aurora become a superstar, so he actually became a superstar before Cam Ward did. Ooh, Tony Pollard's washed, so Tajay's gonna take over a running back. Everything on defense looks about the same. So hopefully our front office can actually fix some holes in free agency this time. Brother, we finished the offseason with more money than when we started. I mean, apparently our GM thinks the offseason is vacation times. I don't understand what's going on. Did we just sign a bunch of freaking practice squad players again? No, we actually signed a few players, but like nothing too crazy. You get BJ Ojulari on a 4-year deal, Deron Payne on a 1-year deal, but still nothing that's gonna really change much. Guess it's all up to me, dude. Let's get into this draft. Oh, it's just so much pressure, brother. I mean, it's making it pretty easy on me. Like, we're not going Arch Manning. We already have Cam Ward, so it's really gonna come down to Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams. Like, Dylan Stewart, I know he's probably a beast, but we gotta get one of these wide receivers. I mean, Jeremiah Smith, he's a scheme fit. I mean, he ran a sub 4.4. He's one of the strongest. He's just an absolute freaking monster. Ron Williams' key ratings are a little bit lower, although he's a little bit faster, but a lot weaker. I mean, I really think it's a tie, so we're just gonna go with the guy that's a scheme fit. So Jeremiah Smith, welcome to Nashville, brother. And he comes in as the #1 ranked player in the entire draft. Oh my gosh, dude. Hopefully him and Cam Ward can link up and win a freaking Super Bowl. Now it's up to the rest of the staff to fill our other holes. All right, let's see. Jeremiah Smith, honestly, he has a chance to be like one of the only 80 rated players we get all day, and he comes in as a 79 overall, but unfortunately the rest of our class sucks so Yeah, Whit Weeks was our only other 70-plus player, and everybody else was garbage. Wasting picks on Maverick Baranowski. Like, what a name. I mean, at least now with Jeremiah Smith out of this offense, we have potential to score a lot of points. We're up to an 83 overall team with an 84 offense, 83 defense. There's just so many glaring holes in this team, dude. It's disgusting. With this being our third full season, we have gone from 5 wins to 7 wins. Hopefully this season, 9 and potentially a playoff berth. No, we just won 7 games again. Gosh dang it. Oh, great. Back to coming in last place. You gotta love it. What happened, dude? Like, is it our defense? I mean, it's not the offense. Like, we basically had a top 10 unit. I mean, it must be the defense. Yeah, dude, we're pretty much rock bottom. So you're telling me we probably need to use our next first-round pick on a defensive player? Hey, at least we had some pretty massive progression here from Cameron. 4,500 yards, 35 touchdowns, but most importantly, this season, he limited the turnovers. It's just our running game that sucks, dude. Like, if we could just get a decent running back, like, maybe this offense could take things to the next level. Now, through the air, Trey Harris led us 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith, a great season for a rookie, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. And Elijah Aurora turned into quite the dog. But yeah, dude, this season, Jeff Simmons led us in sacks, 12.5. Ruben Bain had 8. We gotta add more firepower to this defense, man. At least old Whit Weeks led the team in total tackles. By chance, did Cam Ward maybe squeeze in an MVP? No, Jackson Dart wins one before him. Barely even came in the top 10, dude. Like, how am I supposed to complete this challenge? At least a little bit of good news. Jeremiah Smith did win the Offensive Rookie of the Year, so his overall's probably up quite a bit. Oh, he's already up to an 85 overall superstar. So I think this guy has potential, you know, to become a 99 club member. Cam Ward, not too shabby either. Already up to an 86 overall. And Ruben Bain is an absolute monster. I'm surprised he didn't get double-digit sacks this season. Now, as of right now, it's looking grim. And call me crazy, call me a homer, call me optimistic, but I think this team with the talent it has a chance to win 2 Super Bowls in the next 7 seasons. So into the season, the only thing I really noticed, we had Elijah Arroyo become an X Factor. This is really not what I was expecting. On defense, oh, we lost an X Factor in L'Jarius Sneed. That's the last thing we need. Our defense to get any worse. Now, the mock has us going with a left tackle, and this is going to be an interesting draft because this is the final real draft class we have left, and after this, it's just going to be a bunch of auto-generated rookies. At least with the real draft classes, I kind of can project how good they're actually going to be. I know most of these young players in college football, but outside of this, when we get to the auto-generated rookies, dude, it's just going to take a lot of luck. I definitely need to go defense, though. Probably not D-tackle because we're good there. I have a bunch of good corners, so we don't need corner either. I might need to go outside linebacker, and the best one on the board is Elijah Rushing, so that might be who we go with. He's definitely not a coverage linebacker, but we don't really need that. We need somebody to rush the passer, and he has the perfect last name for it. Fellas, I know, football season is past us, but we still have March Madness, we still have NBA, we still have baseball season coming up. Exactly why I want to tell you about my special offer with today's sponsor, my good friends over at SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app with over 28 million downloads. They have over 70,000 listed events, including sports, concerts, festivals, and more. SeatGeek holds a special place in my heart as I've used them to purchase 2 different sets of Super Bowl tickets, and I've literally used them for every single sporting event that I've attended the past 6 years. SeatGeek has your back and makes their process super simple as they rate every ticket on their platform on a scale from 1 to 10. That way you know you're getting yourself a good deal. You always want to look for the green dots as green means good and red means bad. Plus, every single ticket's backed by their buyer guarantee. And you guys know I got the hookup as you can use promo code RBTeam for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Again, that's 10% off any tickets at SeatGeek with promo code RBT10. So make sure you click the link in the description box below to download the SeatGeek app and to automatically have my code added to your account so you can use it later. Like, for once, dude, we have $138 million to spend. Can our front office help me out just a little bit this offseason? I scratched that. $150 million to spend. Come on, dude, you're a billionaire. Spend some money. Oh my god. It actually looks like they spent a little bit of money. Hopefully it wasn't on complete garbage, though. Tell me we got somebody with a pulse. Yes, we did. Oh my god. We gave Ladd McConkey a 5-year, $160 million contract. We didn't really need wide receivers receiver, but I'm not complaining. We actually spent money for one. It's got a long-term center, another 1-year contract defensive tackles. Only 3 signings, but finally, some long-term option. And that still left us with $90 million, which is definitely a good thing because we have some pretty big contract extensions. Hopefully, the front office gives out the next few seasons. Now it's time for my job. All right, surely, dude, surely I don't screw this up. Now, we're definitely not going quarterback. Like I said, I need to go outside linebacker. I don't need corner. I don't need D tackle. I don't need offensive line right now. And yeah, dude, it is not a good year for outside linebacker, so I might as well take the top one on the board. Like I said, he has the perfect last name. He's definitely not the fastest. His coverage sucks. Like I said, we don't need that. Elijah Rushing, you can't let me down with that kind of last name. You cannot let me down. He's gonna come in. Roger, give me good news, brother. Dude, he looks like a freaking monster. Although, not that much taller than Roger Goodell. Yeah, I think Roger Goodell's actually taller than him. Okay, 8th ranked player. We got him at 1. He does come in with hidden developments. Okay, I mean, you can't be mad at that. Now, hopefully, the rest of the coaching staff puts up a better rest of the draft class than last year. Oh my god, dude. So much better than last year's. We actually got a higher rated player in the second round than we did with our first overall pick. We actually needed him pretty freaking badly. And with our first pick, Elijah Rushing, I'm not completely hating our defense now. I feel like we should at least not finish rock bottom. All right, man. I feel like this has got to be the year. We are literally, what, like 4 seasons in now, and we haven't even made the playoffs once. We haven't even had a winning record once. At bare minimum, dude, we have got to be looking at 9-10 wins this season, surely. Hold on just a second, brother. Not only did we finally make the playoffs, we got a first-round bye. That was after starting the season with 2 consecutive back-to-back heartbreaking losses. Oh my god, dude, it feels so good. It's about freaking time we had a big season. Best offense in the league. It's about freaking time. Defense, much improved too. Now that right there, my friends, is exactly why we drafted Cam Ward. It took 4 seasons, but finally, breakout year, 5,000 yards, 48 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions with a 75% completion percentage. There's a very, very good chance, man, with these numbers, he gets us off the board. We finally win our first MVP. On the ground, we still suck. We haven't had one 1,000-yard rusher yet through the air. Oh my gosh, dude. 4 1,000-yard receivers who at the same time had double-digit receiving touchdowns. Oh man, what a season from Lab McConkey. I'm so glad we signed him. 80 catches, 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. Elijah Aurora, dude. Like, I just never in a million years thought he was going to be this good. 100 catches, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns from the tight end position. Trey Harris, Jeremiah Smith, both contributing with 1,000+ yards and 10 touchdowns each. And oh my gosh, I love it, dude. Jeff Simmons, 15 sacks. Ruben Bain, a career-high 14 sacks. The rookie #1 pick, Elijah Rushing, not incredible, but we'll still take 7 sacks. Oh, come on. Please tell me we're on the board. Cam Ward wins NFL MVP. Finally, we get going. Now we just gotta find a way to win our first freaking Super Bowl. Before I do some very important research, we're gonna go ahead and simulate the divisional round and see who we take on in our first playoff game of this rebuild, the Buffalo Bills, which they only went 9-8, but don't let that fool you. I want to see what Cam Ward's overall went up to, and I also want to see if he signed a contract extension. Cam Ward is all the way up to an 89 overall, and brother, I am so confused. How on God's green earth did we sign him to a 5-year, what, $60 million, $70 million contract? Somebody did something crazy. I gotta see what happened, dude, because if that's legit, we got so lucky. We got our franchise quarterback on the cheap for the next 5 years. I mean, there it is right there. The CPU negotiated the contract and everything. 4 years, $56 million. J.C. Latham got twice the contract Cam Ward did. I mean, apparently we did all of our contract negotiating in week 3 of the season. I've legitimately, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've done 70, 80 Madden 25 videos. I've never seen a contract like this given to such a good quarterback. We just got so lucky. I don't know if it's glitch or what, but I'll take it. And after all that, surely, dude, we don't go out and lose our first game to the Bills. Surely not. We're the 1 seed, 1 game away from the conference championship, and we lost. Oh my god, dude, you've got to be kidding me. 38-32, our defense with a stinker. Oh, that 1 interception was the difference. I told you guys not to be fooled. I'm telling you, it's because we cannot cannot run the football. I don't know what Tajay Spears' problem is, but he sucks. I mean, I'm honestly wondering if we should take a freaking running back with the first pick. Although, I guess it doesn't look like a real good running back class. Not gonna lie, dude, pretty freaking disappointed. But at least this season, we did get on the board. But we've got to win a Super Bowl ASAP. I told you guys to not be fooled by the Bills. All right, let's see what crazy dev trade increases we had this offseason. Okay, finally, Cam Ward, now a superstar. I've been waiting on that for a while. Like, this is what I don't understand, man. Tajay Spears is an 88 rated running back. Why does he suck so bad? And some wild changes here on the defensive side of things. Jeff Simmons now down to superstar, but on the flip side, Ruben Bain now an X Factor. But also at the same time, gained 2 superstars, which is weird to me because he only had 1 interception all year, but hey, I'm not asking questions. I think maybe like the only thing we really need on offense is possibly a long-term left tackle. Now, unfortunately, there's only a couple projected first-round left tackles, so we'll have to do a deep dive on these 2. All right, this offseason, we have $86 million to spend after locking up our quarterback for the next 5 years. So can the powers that be at least spend some of that cash? We didn't spend a dime. We didn't spend a freaking dime. Oh my god, dude, who cares about Nathan Leacock? Oh my god, dude, it's not like we're trying to win a Super Bowl or anything. Okay, the latest mock has us going cornerback. Like, that's just not happening. We'll probably go with the top offensive lineman. Kurt Fox, he's right tackle. We need a left tackle. Jalen Smith. Wait, he's 6'9", 329? Hold on a freaking second. Jalen Smith, you mammoth. Dude, hold on. He's also the fastest left tackle in the entire draft. What on planet Earth? Like, where did this guy come from? I think I just made this #1 overall pick very freaking simple, boys. I say that. I do want to look at that right tackle really fast. Kurt Fox. He's only 6'6". That already turns me off a little bit. Yeah, dude, he's not as strong. He's not as fast. He looks like a dweeb anyway. I mean, how on earth are you going to get me to pass up on a 6'9", 329 left tackle out of Boise State? It's just not happening. Jalen Smith is going to be the selection here, and he's going to come in as the 10th best player in the class. As hidden dev, which we gladly take. I feel like Jalen's going to be a monster. Now, hopefully, it's not the only monster we end up with in this draft class. All right, here we go. Jalen Smith, 78. Oh, that cannot be our running back of the future. Cameron Hambrick, 72. Not good. Yeah, dude, kind of a dud. But I can't even describe to you how excited I am for this fella. Only problem, though, is I don't know if he's going to get much playing time. Hopefully, the coaching staff shows they're not idiots and they send Dan back to the nether where he belongs. Fellas, this team just continues to get better and better. I am telling you, like, I feel like we should contend for a Super Bowl again this year. I mean, ideally, I would like to top last year's 12-win season, but at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers. I just want to make it back to the playoffs. 6-11? Are you serious? Oh my god, how did this happen? We lost 55 games in a row. Like, what in the world? Nah, brother, I gotta do some deep dive analysis here. How in the world did this happen? We had the 2nd best offense in the NFL. I'm so confused. Our defense, like, wasn't like dead last. You're telling me this guy only won 6 games? It's cause we can't freaking run the ball. Why won't they get rid of Tajay? I'm tired of them. 3 1,000-yard receivers, brother, and we can only win 6 games. I'm so mad. I am so frustrated. Oh, man. How in the world are we going to win 2 more Super Bowls? Just get me out of this tainted season, dude. I mean, I don't even know what to look for in the draft anymore outside of a freaking running back, but I'm really going to take a running back pick #1. I mean, our corners are starting to regress quite a bit, so maybe we need to look at bringing in a corner. We also could use a better outside linebacker. It has us going defensive end. I don't know about. I mean, there is a running back projected to go top 10. I think it's all just really going to depend on what the heck the front office does in this free agency. Okay, so it actually looks like we spent some money this offseason. I wouldn't expect any massive signings, though. Okay, we got Quentin Williams, who himself is quite massive. Got 2 cornerbacks, which we did need. We signed Jacob Harris to a 5-year deal, whoever that is. We got Ollie Gord on a 2-year deal, which I'm expecting he's not that good. And we signed a guy named Dudley. Come on now. Dude, it's like time to get into the draft, but like I don't know what to do. Okay, now the latest mock draft has us going wide receiver. Like, I just don't need another receiver on our team. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I might just take the best running back in the entire class because I don't need tackle. Like, we have a bunch of okay corners now. Okay, thank God I didn't need a quarterback because Owen Mackey here, projected top 5 guy, is supposed to be a day 3 talent. Now, who's the top running back? Nick Miller. He's only 5'8", 206, but he comes in 4.41 140. I mean, has some good attributes. There's another guy, Alan Callaway, 6'1". He's a power back. He's just not fast. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I might as well take a shot at one of these guys. I mean, Nick Miller is a scheme fit. Hey, he ran a 4.36 at his pro day, so maybe that means something. Maybe he's pretty freaking fast. I mean, now looking at him, his really good attributes: A, break tackle; A, juke move; B, carrying; B, trucking; B, stiff arm. You know what? Screw it. I have 20 seconds on the clock. Nick Miller, don't be a stinker. He's gonna come in as the #1 ranked player in the entire draft class. Has track speed, hidden depth trait, 97 speeds. Crazy work, Nicholas. Oh my god, boy, did we freaking need that. I mean, it's insane to take a running back with a #1 pick, but thank God it paid off. I'm so excited to see what the heck his overall is. Here we go. Moment of truth. Nick Miller comes in as an 83 overall, which makes him the highest rated rookie we have drafted with the #1 pick yet. I don't even care. The rest of the draft class sucks. Oh my gosh, Nicholas. I hope to God you can help fix the running game around here. I'm doing it, dude. I'm just simming straight through. We have made it to a brand new decade. It is time our Tennessee Titans team finally competes for a Super Bowl. We have ourselves an electrifying generational running back, so surely that fixes things, and surely we make it back to the playoffs this year, right? 13-4, my god, dude. It's like we either don't make the playoffs or we get a first round bye. No in between. Back to having the league's #1 offense, I assume, because we ran the ball quite well. Defensively, like, why is it invisible sometimes? I don't get it. That's because we had the league's #1 defense this year. What a combination! And Cameron Ward, with probably the best season of his career so far, 5,100 yards, 45 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, almost completed 80% of his freaking passes. I'm actually more excited about our #1 pick. Nick Miller, oh my god, it's not even that good. 916 yards, 3.5 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns, which is okay. Only fumbled the ball once. Let's see. He is a superstar, already up to an 88 overall, so maybe, just maybe, he can get better and better as his career goes on, and maybe we can finally have a 1,000-yard rusher for once. Now, through the air, Lab McConkey, what a signing he's been. 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. Elijah Arroyo, 100 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith, great season. Trey Harris, 14 tutties. How did we turn things around defensively? Oh my god, who did it? 21 sacks for Ruben Bain, the former #1 overall pick, with a breakout season, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Will Williams, what a signing he was. About 9.5 sacks. Jeff Simmons, decent season. Elijah Rushing, 7.5 sacks. I mean, he's kind of been disappointing, you know, as a former #1 overall pick, but I mean, not terrible. Now, hold on a second. Cam Ward, oh, he got robbed. Are you kidding? I mean, he led the NFL in both yards and touchdowns. How did he get robbed? I mean, Lamar threw 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He must have ran for like 1,000 yards. That's the only explanation. Okay, he ran for 16 touchdowns. It's fair. Like, look at these touchdowns for Lamar. That's so insane at the quarterback position. So hopefully we can make up for getting robbed at MVP by at least winning our first playoff game. We're in 2030, dude, and we have yet to actually win a playoff game. We have to play the Browns, dude. Surely we don't lose here. Which, we didn't play the Browns in the regular season. So, like, for all I know, we get first rounded again. Surely not, though, dude. Surely not. We already lost a 1-9-8 team in the playoffs before as a 1 seed. Not this time, though! Oh my gosh, dude. It feels so good. Took 5 full seasons, but we finally won a playoff game. 38-28. We outgained them by a singular yard, but hey, I'll take a win however I can get it. Ooh, the Cam Ward versus Jackson Dart show. I mean, 60 yards on the ground is better than what Tajay put up our last playoff performance. Oh, what a game from Xavier Restrepo. Well, luckily on our side, we had Trey Harris, Jeremiah Smith, Elijah Arroyo, and Ruben Bain doing what Ruben Bain does. Now all we have to do is beat our division rival, Indianapolis Colts, and we are finally in the Super Bowl for the first time. And beating our division, yeah, we already beat the Colts in week 2 by a touchdown. We beat them in week 7 away from home by 2 touchdowns. So surely we can beat them again. I'm telling you, dude, if the Colts knock us out from our first Super Bowl appearance of the video, I'm gonna be so disappointed. We've already beat them twice in the regular season. Like, surely, dude. Surely. We're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. Thank God! Oh my, it's been a long freaking time coming. And it wasn't easy, dude. We literally got past the Colts by 2 points. I mean, I had a crazy fourth quarter comeback, but Cam Ward, big game. Anthony Richardson, good game too. It's not like we really ran the ball well, but we did whatever it took to get this dub. Lab McConkey coming up huge. And boys, we're finally headed to the Super Bowl. The Saints. Who do the Saints? have at this point. Ooh, 98 rated Dylan Gabriel. Cooper DeJean's a beast. Jordan Addison's a beast. Okay, they definitely have some talent over there in New Orleans. God, we're only a 2 overall favorite too, man. So this is going to be a dogfight. Cam Ward versus Dylan Gabriel for a Super Bowl. Like, who would have ever thunk it? Oh, it's raining too. Oh, great. It's what you just absolutely love for a Super Bowl. I know wonder all these teams are building indoor domes now. Oh, God, man. Surely we don't lose. It's been 5 seasons. We have to win this in another Super Bowl to complete the challenge. We still need another MVP, but let's get our first Super Bowl off the board here. Keep in mind, this will be the first Super Bowl in Tennessee Titans history. Get this bad boy going early on. Oh, the Saints take a 7-0 lead. Oh, no. Come on, surely. 7-all. Tie things up. 10-7. Saints have the lead. We regained the lead. 14-10. Come on. Keep it going. Into the fourth quarter. Saints head for a field goal, and the Tennessee Titans, in a super low-scoring game, win their first Super Bowl in franchise history. Obviously, the rain affected the offense a little bit, but to me, fellas, a win is a freaking win. And with this, we finally win our first Super Bowl of the day. Now, I want to quickly get to the next week here, because after finally winning the Super Bowl, I'm assuming we had a few players' dev trade increases, which means possibly our next Super Bowl could come a little bit quicker than our first one did. Okay, so that immediately kills the vibe a little bit. So depending on what our front office does in free agency, I think we definitely need to go out and draft a defensive end. So we need somebody to replace him in the pass rush. Let's get back to the good vibes and see if we had anybody improved to superstar X Factor. Offensively, I think everybody's exactly the same, so that's kind of disappointing. But defensively, we had Weeks up to an X Factor, and I think that's it, unfortunately. Yeah, dude, defensively, our cornerback room is a mess. We definitely need to get an edge, so we probably need to go defense with our next pick. Now, I know we have a lot of holes we need to fill, but we do have a lot of money to spend this offseason, so depending on what the front office does with that money will really decide what we do with the first pick in the draft. Now, I just thought about it too, dude. We're going to eventually have to give Cam Ward a massive contract extension. He's probably going to ask for a freaking $1 billion. For the end of free agency, it does look like we spent a good bit of that money, but the big question is on who. We signed a guy named Blake Purchase, got a middle linebacker, a running back named James Pugh. Okay, a bunch of just garbage. Why have we signed so many free agents? We signed AJ Terrell and a Myles Garrett to a 1-year, $28 million contract. He's got to be like in his mid-30s at this point, so it's probably not the Myles Garrett of old. It's just so weird. There's random off seasons where your front office signs freaking 8 guys at once. I think with that, it's probably a good time to go ahead and scout some of these potential #1 picks. His mock draft has to go on wide receiver. Yeah, it's like the last thing we need. There are some pretty decent potential long-term options at defensive end. And there is a really good cornerback also projected to go top 5. So yeah, it looks like a very, very heavy defensive end class. So we're probably either going to go with this corner or one of the defensive ends. All right, fellas, here goes nothing. So I have a feeling this wide receiver is probably pretty freaking good, but we're going to have to pass for now. It's definitely going to be one of these defensive ends, either Jermaine Martin or Khalid Harris possibly. Which Khalid is a scheme fit. I only got a minute 30 to go, so I need to be fast with this. Speaking of fast, he's not the fastest, although he has some incredible skills. Do I really pass up on that? A awareness, A finesse, A play rec, A tackle? I don't think I'm gonna second guess this. I think I'm gonna go with Khalid Harris as the pick. We're gonna draft him, and he's gonna come in, okay, 13th ranked player. We got him at number 1. Has hidden dev though, so he could start as a superstar potentially. But I mean, like, I feel like he could be our long-term option once Myles Garrett leaves us. Watch this be a garbage draft class, and he come in as like a 72 overall. Right, don't let me down. Khalid comes in as a 78 overall, and we will gladly take that. And now the rest of the draft class garbage. I'm just curious. Yeah, there were some absolute freaking beasts, but we did get the best rated defensive end. I mean, not much higher rated than Jermaine Martin, but I'm glad we made the right pick again. Now, another big season upcoming here. Now, what are the odds we go back to back and win 2 Super Bowls in a row? I mean, if history repeats itself, we're either missing the playoffs here or getting a first round bye. No in between. And there we go, 15-2, our best season yet. Which again, 3rd time we made the playoffs, 3rd time we got a first round bye. Once again, came in with the league's #1 offense. Offensively, this time we were 2nd in the league. Cam Ward, take a freaking bow, son. 5 interceptions, 52 touchdowns with 5,000 yards passing. Surely this is good enough for our 2nd MVP. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and check. We're gonna go ahead and check. Cam Ward comes in with our 2nd MVP. MVP of the day, and that, thank God, 6 seasons in, is our first challenge completed. Oh, Lamar Jackson couldn't screw me this season. Let's see, on the ground. Oh my God, miracles continue to happen. For the first time today, we have ourselves a 1,000-yard rusher, Nick Miller, you demon. And Lab McConkey was just a Lab McConkey type season. 19 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. Elijah keeps on doing Elijah things. Same thing with Trey, same thing with Jeremiah Smith. And they kind of flip-flop each season. I want to see how our rookie did, and it looks like Reuben Bain kind of back down to reality. Other 13.5 sacks is crazy. Myles Garrett, 12 sacks. Elijah rushing his career year easily. And okay, Khalid Harris didn't, get the most playing time in the world, but still 4.5 sacks, learning behind Myles Garrett. Maybe next year he'll step in, get 20 sacks in his first real season. I'm finally glad to see Elijah breaking down a little bit. I mean, that last name was too perfect to never record a double-digit sack season. Even though he didn't get much playing time, Khalid is up to an 84 overall. He starts as an X Factor? So yeah, for sure, Khalid is going to be our defensive end of the future, unless because he didn't get a lot of playing time, he very easily could lose that X Factor. That could screw us. But you know what? I'm going to be a little crazy here. For the first time, I think what I'm going to do is so it's not so stressful on my heart, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to simulate straight to the Super Bowl. If we're in the Super Bowl, I'm happy. If not, it is what it is. We move on to next season, and we're not in the Super Bowl. That's so unfortunate. 15-2 season, and we got knocked out by a single point in the conference championship, dude. That is brutal. What's even crazier, dude, is the Raiders had the worst record in the NFL last year, and they're in the freaking Super Bowl in just one offseason. I mean, they pulled off the greatest rebuild of all time. Has that ever been done before? From the worst record in the league to Super Bowl champions, just one offseason? Crazy work. A few very important things we need to check before free agency starts. Cam Ward, X Factor. I don't think anything else changed in offense. Defensively, oh, thank God. Thank God. Harris still an X Factor, so he's going to slide in at that right end position. Myles Garrett, appreciate your services. And I think all this team really needs at this point is probably a solid cornerback one, maybe a better D tackle and outside linebacker. First, got to see what the old front office does. Okay, so I think again, we spent a good chunk of change on 2 players on 1-year deals. So again, it's just short-term options, but again, 2 positions we needed. Before we get into the draft, it might be smart to do some evaluation on these prospects. Latest mock draft, why is it always having us go wide receiver? That's the only position we don't. There are some good outside linebackers in this class. That might actually be where we go. There's a good cornerback projected to go in the top 5. Well, a lot of good cornerbacks. Okay, that might be where we move. Just tough. Josh Haynes here. I mean, relatively athletic. He actually doesn't look too amazing, so I might pass up on Josh. Dalton, I mean, I really would like to get an outside linebacker. Dalton looks a lot better. He also, okay, he has a lot of ace. It might be Dalton, boys. It definitely might be Dalton. Unless Malcolm blows me away here, it's going to be Dalton. And to be fair, Malcolm just starts off with 3 consecutive A rating. He also comes in with a 4.24 40-yard dash. Okay, hold on a second, dude. Malcolm Favors might be the move. We might be taking a cornerback number 1. I don't know if I can pass up a guy with a 4.2 440. Oh, it's either Dalton or Malcolm. This is tough. The decision is going to have to be made super fast here, boys. God, this is so tough, dude. But can I really pass up on him? Probably is the fastest player in the entire draft. Again, we've been kind of breaking the ties by going with scheme fit. Do I go with Malcolm and just make sure we get a lockdown corner for probably the rest of this video? Dude, I feel like we have enough pass rush as it is. You know what? Let's add, hopefully, an elite DB to the roster. Malcolm is going to come in. Roger, give me good news, brother. Give me good news. He comes in as the number 1 ranked player in the entire draft. Come on, dude. Comes in with hidden development, dude, with his 97 speed, 95 excel. I am so excited to see what this guy's overall is. Again, this could be a guy who comes in at an 80, 81 overall. I'm not gonna lie, our front office has put in a stinker the last few classes outside of our first pick. So hopefully this is a draft where the GM, assistant GM, can add some depth, add some talent outside of round 1. Come on, give me an 81, maybe 82 rated cornerback. Malcolm comes in as an 84 overall. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh, that's one of the highest rated rookies I've seen all freaking season. Holy crap, dude. We just drafted ourselves a freaking superstar. I'm pretty positive he's the highest rated we've had today by quite a large margin. And outside of that, dude, like I was talking about, what a freaking draft, man. 75 rated receiver in the second, 74 rated middle linebacker. This this might be, from top to bottom, our best overall draft class of the entire video. That's a good thing, when considering we're looking for a second Super Bowl. I mean, like, come on, man. We come in as a 93 overall with a 95 offense, 91 defense. Like, I mean, legitimately, we should be winning the Super Bowl with this roster. And hopefully so, dude, because we really might not be able to re-sign Cam Ward. He might ask for $500,000, $600 million, $700 million. Might not be able to afford him. I really don't know if we're going to be able to re-sign any of these players after we give Cam Ward an extension. Like, we're probably not going to be able to afford another free agent. So this is a season where we really need to come together and hopefully win that second Super Bowl. Definitely know what position we'll be eyeing next offseason. Malcolm has absolutely got to win Rookie of the Year. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I genuinely feel like this is going to be the best roster we have for the rest of this video. So hopefully we can make it count. Hopefully we can make it to the freaking Super Bowl this year. Watch this be one of those seasons where we don't even make the freaking playoffs. 15-2 again, dude. Light work. Just another absolute masterclass of a season. Like, we were just a few points away from going undefeated. Although, okay, we did get beat pretty bad by the Ravens. So hopefully we don't match up with them again in the playoffs. Shocker. #1 offense in the league. Ooh, defense actually fell backwards a little bit. It's kind of disappointing, but still solid. Cam Ward, I mean, it's like similar stats every season now. 56 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Okay, Nicholas again by the skin of his shaft, another 1,000-yard season. Through the air, Ladd, 19 touchdowns. Elijah, 1,200 yards. You had Trey Harris, 900 yards. Jeremiah Smith with 14 touchdowns. Was Jeremiah Smith up to a 94? I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of shocked he's never had like a monster season. Like, those are very good numbers, but I actually expected like 1,400 yards a season from him. He's that good. And before we even start the playoffs, I do need to see if Cam Ward signed an extension. Please tell me you got it over with. Cam Ward, there it is, and there's his big money, boys. He signed another 5-year deal worth about $56 million a season. Now, defense, I love what I'm seeing, boys. Ruben Bain, 22 sacks. Khalid Harris, I told you guys he was going to be a monster. His first real season, 17 sacks. Elijah Rushing, 14.5 sacks. Ooh, Malcolm Favors didn't do too much. Had a half a sack, only 1 pick, so that's kind of disappointing. But unfortunately, I don't believe he is going to win Rookie of the Year or anything, but he starts as an X Factor, 89 rated. What a stud. What do you know, boys? It's another MVP for Cam Ward. Defensive Player of the Year for Ruben Bain. Dude, we literally had, what, 4 players in the top 10? Nah, unfortunately, barely got top 10 votes. This guy, Kevin Swan, got more votes than our generational cornerback for Defensive Rookie of the Year. All right, let's see who we get matched up with in the divisional round here. Hopefully stinker. Definitely not the Ravens. Please don't be the Ravens. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, we're about to get first rounded, aren't we? Oh my god, we're about to get beat in our very first game. It's probably the best team we're ever going to assemble, and I'm telling you, we're about to get first rounded. Oh my god, thank the Lord. Oh, thank god. 42-28. We got revenge. It was absolute masterclass. Cam Ward, 6 passing touchdowns. That's insane, dude. Nick Miller, 5 yards per carry. I've never seen that in my life. Jeremiah Smith, I was talking crap, and look at him. 150 yards, big game. Trey Harris, big game. Oh my gosh, you know what time it is now, boys. It is now time to get revenge on the Buffalo Bills. They knocked us out the very first time we got a first round bye. This is to advance into the Super Bowl to potentially win our second of the day. Oh my god, we didn't make it. Did the Bills beat us again? Bills beat us by 8. Oh, that's unbelievable. We genuinely might not ever make it back. I mean, we ran the ball better than them. I just made more plays. I really don't know. In the offseason, poor Ladd McConkey getting up there in age. He lost his X Factor. Still like the defense. Pretty good. I mean, if we could draft ourselves either a long-term D tackle or outside linebacker, like, I think we're going to be okay. I mean, more than okay, too. We're still a 94 overall team. Okay, and perfect. The mock draft has us going outside linebacker, which means Tony Barkley's probably quite the stud. Highly doubt the front office is going to do anything here in free agency, but one can wish. Okay, we actually spent literally all of that salary cap, but on who? Okay, nobody. On Chris Tyreek. I mean, we just spent that all on re-signings. Yeah, Ladd McConkey, a 3-year, $70 million deal, and Cooper Beebe. Oh, I don't know if I like that Ladd McConkey re-signing. He's probably going to get worse and worse, and I don't know if now if I'm going to be able to afford Nick Miller, and like, he's the only good running back we've ever had. All right, let's focus though. Let's focus here on the draft. Absolutely going to be going outside linebacker here, but the question is who? Mock draft had us going Tony Barkley, but there's two top 5 outside linebackers. It's either him or Dontrell Williams. I like that name better, actually. Dontrell looks like an absolute monster, dude. He has A's all across the board. He has C-man coverage. To be honest, the other linebacker does need to be a better coverage guy, and let's see how Tony is. Tony, we haven't had his scouted at all, so at least I know the other guy has C-man coverage, so he wouldn't be completely lost in me. I mean, he's more of a power rusher, but we're gonna need him to drop into coverage sometimes, occupying the other outside linebacker spot. So with all that football jargon out of the way, Dontrell Williams, you're gonna be the pick. Hopefully it's a dub. Roger, make me happy. Third best player in the class, got him at 1. I'm happy with it. 87 speed. As long as he can cover somewhat, I'm happy. Let's see if the rest of the scouting department can put together a draft like last year's. Okay, so I definitely don't like the look of being negative $11 million underneath the salary cap. But hopefully this draft class makes me feel better about that. Let's see. Dontrell Williams comes in at an 80 overall. Okay, so being the third best player, I thought he'd be lower than that. So I'm over the freaking moon with that. We got, you know, a decent left tackle in the second. The rest of the class kind of garbage. But hey, I'm happy we got an improvement outside linebacker. And my happiness subsides immediately as our D tackle position is a mess. I wish we could have just, you know, signed anybody in free agency. I mean, could you like really be that mad though when you have 5 freaking X factors on your roster? Regardless, even if the defense sucks, his offense should carry us. Although, right guard's kind of a sting. The squad isn't complete like it's been in years past, and we're probably not going to have a full complete squad for the rest of this video, but like still good enough to win a Super Bowl easily. Hopefully it happens sooner rather than later, because at this point we only have a few more seasons to go. Dude, what's up with the 15-2 seasons? Like, I love it, but like, can we go 14-3 every now and then? Maybe 16-1? Of course, we started the season with a 41-7 loss to the Bills. We have to play the Bills again in the playoffs. We're losing absolutely. They don't even have Josh Allen anymore. They have Matthew Barber. Oh, dude, if we lose this challenge because of Matthew Barber, I'm gonna be so mad. And outside of that, we had 3-point loss to the Cardinals, but we finished the season with a 13-game winning streak. So at least we're playing our best football at the perfect time. I mean, what is that? Like a 5th straight season, 6th straight season with the league's #1 offense. Defensively, okay, 2nd in the league. Improvement from last year. I mean, do I even have to repeat myself? Cam Ward, masterclass. Nick Miller, okay, 5 yards per carry. I hope to God we can re-sign him, because if we lose him and start averaging under 4 yards per carry again, I'm gonna be so sad. He's a freaking 96 overall, for crying out loud. Jeremiah Smith, he heard I was disappointed in him. 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. That's a career year. I mean, Elijah Royal, like, what? Like, he's, like, crazy, dude. Like, I just never expected he to turn out as good as he's been. I mean, it took a few seasons to really catch on, but since 2027, he's had 1,000 yards every single season of his career. He's got to be one of the best tight ends of all time, if not the best ever at this point. And defensively, Ruben Bain, 23 sacks. What a monster. Khalid Harris, again, 17 sacks. Elijah rushing 8 sacks, a little bit backwards. And I am not going to lie. Oh no, Dontrell Williams did absolutely freaking nothing. Even though he again started the X Factor. Kind of crazy. We've drafted like, what, 5 X Factors in a row? But hey, that's what happens when you have the #1 pick. Alright, let's see it, brother. Let's see. Just don't beat the Bills. I did this last time when we got the Ravens. I said not the Ravens. We got the Steelers. I think we can handle the Steelers easy. Wait a second, dude. Wait a second. I think I got some good news. The Bills got knocked out in the 1st round by the New England Patriots. Thank God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This might actually be the season. We avoid the Ravens. We avoid the Bills. We've never beat the Bills in the playoffs. So this could be the year. We get our 2nd Super Bowl and potentially complete the challenge. They pass the Steelers first here, and it's easy work. 38-6. Dude, this might be like the biggest blowout we've had in the playoffs yet. Cam Ward doing Cam Ward thing. Now, all it comes down to is beating the Cleveland Browns, who we didn't play in the regular season, so I guess anything could happen here. All right, here we have it, fellas. Moment of truth. Simming to the Super Bowl. Can we make it to the Super Bowl for the 2nd time today? Let's freaking go, dude. Again, wasn't really close. 15-point victory. Cam Ward's yet to throw an interception in the playoffs. Nick Miller, I'm telling you, we better give him the big bucks. What a performance. I mean, genuinely, this is the best performance I've seen from a Titans running back since Derrick Henry. That makes me sad to say. But now all we have to do is beat the Green Bay Packers. The Grossi Posse's going down. And who do they even have at this point? Like a bunch of people that don't exist. Oh, a good receiver. Edgerrin Cooper still there. Trevor Lawrence is their quarterback. Okay. I mean, they got a good squad, but like at the end of the day, dude, we are so much better. We have a 7 overall advantage, dude. This might be the last time we ever make a Super Bowl. So we have got to make this count. All right, come on, dude. There's no way we took this away. This literally could be the last time we have to win a Super Bowl. If we lose this, could lose the challenge. 7 lead. Like this could be a blowout. Just kidding. The Packers have other plans. In the 7, Packers have the lead. I should never have said that. Oh, God. Oh, no. Please, can we score a freaking touchdown? We take the lead. Packers take the lead. We score at the very last second to win our 2nd Super Bowl in, what, 8 seasons as the Titans take down the Packers in dramatic fashion. I'm going to have to go back and look. I'm pretty positive we just won that Super Bowl on a last-second touchdown. Oh, my gosh, boys. The scenes, as this does signify our 2nd Super Bowl championship. But we're not done yet. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Jeremiah Smith scored with 2 seconds left. What a legend. Hey, it turned him into an X Factor finally. Considering we were now $50 million over the cap, the most exciting thing we did all offseason was sign Carl. But we still had a couple first overall picks to make, and we needed defensive tackle badly, so we went best on the board and went with Saquon Barkley's little brother, who had similar sized quads apparently, and he came in as a 77 overall dog and was a part of a solid little draft class. The offensive line was looking a little sketchy, so I don't know if we're going to be able to win a 3rd Super Bowl. And what do you know, a 69th straight 15-2 season, where it feels so nice to have a top running game for once. And what in God's name has gotten into Jeremiah Smith? Take a freaking bow, son. And hey, good to see Dontrell Williams finally living up to his #1 selection height, but unfortunately, Saquon's brother didn't do too much. And we're just gonna sim straight to the Super Bowl? I gotta be kidding me, dude. We're right back in it. Big wins over the Colts, and oh my God, we finally completed the impossible and beat the Bills. All right, let's go ahead and make it Super Bowl number 3 here. Come on! Makes me even happier that Rushing won Super Bowl MVP. What a last name. Thank God we gave Big Nick a contract extension so I don't have to resort to the sub 4 yards per carry depression. We were somehow also able to afford 2 little stinkers for the offensive line. And with my last #1 pick of the day, it was either going to be best available or offensive line. And I just so happened to notice old St. Nicholas, who looked like an absolute G. And what do you know, we pulled off another Mickey Mouser, although it does deduct overall points for looking like a toe. But even with this aura deduction, he still comes in as an 83 overall behemoth that slides right in on the offensive line. But we have big problems defensively at free safety and corner, so I feel like the odds of us clutching up a 4th and final Super Bowl is rather slim. And wow, we finally won less than 15 games, but look at who we have to take on in the wild card. I really don't know if we can win a Super Bowl without a 1st round bye. Okay, can we just please not lose to the Bills here and get 1st rounded? Thank the Lord. And I guess from here, I'm just gonna go ahead and simulate straight to the Super Bowl and hope to God we're back in it. Can't believe it, dude. Literally cannot believe my eyes. Took care of the Bills, absolutely demolished the Raiders, and got past the Bengals. Can we do it, dude? Can we finish things off by winning our 4th and final Super Bowl in just 10 seasons after only being allowed to do nothing but just draft #1 every season? And we get the dub! Come on! I mean, it took us all the way to the new decade to really get things going, but I'm 100% okay with 4 Super Bowls and 10 seasons. Now, if you enjoyed that one, you can click right here to watch me do an actual rebuild of the Titans, where I promise you is a lot more difficult than just picking #1 every year. Still here and you haven't clicked just yet. Click that sub button. I'm trying to hit 1.5 million before the release of Madden 26. Let's do it. Click that subscription button, please.